Hi and welcome to Stories and Stuff. One of my favourite authors is Alex Latimer. I'm going to read one of his stories for you today. It's called Stay, a naughty dog story.
Stories and Stuff, the home of bedtime stories.
Ben thought his dog Buster was the best dog in the whole world. Mum and Dad were not so sure. Buster! Buster was exhausting. I think we need a holiday. Holiday? Ben was over the moon until he remembered the last holiday. Buster! Buster will stay with Grandpa, said Mum and Dad firmly. But Grandpa doesn't know all the things that Buster likes, argued Ben. Then why don't you write Grandpa a note, said Dad. Ben thought it was a good idea, so he found some paper and his pencils and crayons and he started to write. Likes, belly tickles, dog biscuits with peanut butter, sleeping on Dad's pillow. Dislikes, thunder, cat farts, sad movies. After he had written his note, Ben took Buster for a walk. And after that he wrote another note. Don't let Buster off the lead if you see any of the following. In fact, the more Ben thought about it, the more notes there were to write. A few things for Buster. Dad's slipper so he doesn't chew yours. My teddy. Dog biscuits. 2 if he's been good, only 1 if he's been bad. His lead for walkies. Food bowl. Stand back when he eats. It gets messy. When should Buster have a bath? Number 1, your eyes sting when you pat him. 2, he's changed colour. Unless he's green, then straight to the vet. Before Aunt Agnes visits, when he's had a long day. Songs to sing. Twinkle twinkle. Hey diddle diddle. Not Bar Bar Black Sheep. It makes him want to chase sheep. Best spots for a scratch in order of preference. 1 belly. 2 rump. 3 ears. 4 chin. 5 snout. You know you're hugging Buster too hard when he starts panting, his eyes bulge, he makes a croaking sound, he farts. And by the time the family were ready to set off on holiday, Ben had more notes than he could count. I feel as though I've forgotten something important, he told Grandpa. Well, if you remember, you can always send it to me on a postcard, replied Grandpa. Now have a great time. Ben hugged Buster goodbye. Careful not to squeeze too tightly. Ben did have a great time on holiday, but he kept remembering things that he'd forgotten to tell Grandpa. So he wrote them all down on postcards. Things Buster shouldn't eat: eggshells, sweet wrappers, chocolate, compost, furniture, peanut butter from the jar. What Buster's dreaming of: chasing squirrels, don't wake him, he'll be sad. Tongue out means he's dreaming about dinner. But there was still something important that he'd forgotten. When Mum started to feel sick after eating a bad hot dog, it reminded Ben of something to tell Grandpa. Diagnosis chart. What's wrong with Buster? Sunburn. Lovesick. Ate a toy dinosaur. Just needs a wee. And when Dad took a wrong turn on the way to see a famous waterfall, Ben wrote another note. If Buster gets lost, where will he be? Waiting outside school, sleeping under a tree, chasing deer in the park, tipping over rubbish bins, chasing the postman. But it was only then that he remembered the very important thing he'd forgotten, and he wrote one last note as quickly as he could. Important! Never take Buster to the post office. He knows that's where postmen come from. Love, Ben. But the note arrived too late. Grandpa and Buster were already on their way to the post office to pick up a parcel. No! Buster! Buster was banned from the post office, and Grandpa thought that perhaps it was time to cure Buster of his bad behaviour. So he began to train Buster. I have a bone for you if you listen. It was hard work. Sit, sit, sit. Very hard work. Good boy, now stay, 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 stay. But Grandpa knew that hard work always pays off in the end. Stay, stay, stay. Great work, Buster. When Ben arrived home from holiday, Grandpa had a note of his own ready for him. What we've been up to. 1. Belly rubs. 2. Walks, runs. 3. Dog training. Lots and lots. 4. Long, relaxing baths. But most of all, we've been missing you. Ben couldn't help it. He hugged Grandpa and Buster as hard as he could. In the weeks that followed, Grandpa gave Ben a few extra notes about how to train Buster. No, Buster, sit. No jumping in the bath. Good boy. Stay, Buster. This squirrel is our friend. And they worked so well that Mum even suggested Buster come along on the next family holiday. This time he didn't bark or fart in the car, and he didn't chase any birds at all. He was a very well-behaved dog. Well, most of the time. Buster! And that was Stay. Wasn't Buster a naughty dog?